Hi everyone, this is Arcadius and welcome back to Naval Creed. Today we will be reviewing Alaska. Now this ship is one of my favorite ships in the game, and she is most certainly overpowered almost everywhere. She has good health, good speed, good armor, good guns, good AA. There's nothing that you can really say is bad with the ship. You have to nitpick to find something that's bad. And the only thing that would be is secondaries, but that's not really important. And armor, if you give broadside, you will be citadeled. But that goes true with pretty much any ship. So nothing strange or out of the ordinary there. Like I said, this ship is one of the best ships in the game. It has 12-inch guns, has 9 of them, and they're very, very powerful with a high rate of fire. This ship is a mix between a Baltimore and an Iowa. It's technically it's a large cruiser, I would say, and that's how it's designated as well. It has larger guns than a cruiser, smaller than a battleship, higher rate of fire than a battleship, lower than a cruiser. So it kind of is in between. However, you would still use it as a cruiser, not as a battleship. But the ship is not afraid to take on battleships. It can easily take over 20,000 K damage shots against battleships if you get their broadside with this ship. Also, you have enough AA and an A defense to use against carriers. Cruisers, you can pretty much one-shot them if they give you broadside, and your guns are big enough that some of them you can even overmatch through the bow. The only place where this ship kind of struggles is with destroyers. The rate of fire is slower than 8-inch guns since of their larger caliber, and your secondaries are nothing spectacular. So if a destroyer gets really close to you, you do struggle to put it down quickly. But like I said, you're just nitpicking at this point. There's not really any bad traits about this ship. So let's hop into a game and show her how she is. Alright, and we have ourselves a game. 1 battleship, 4 cruisers, 3 destroyers, and my favorite map. So this is perfect. Now I do have a few health buffs, and my speed will be higher than normal. That's alright. This ship is still wonderful at its base stats. Now one thing I did forget to mention, the ship does not take torpedoes very well. It has been occasions where you take 3 or 4 torpedoes, and you are already sinking. And they don't even have to be large destroyer torpedoes. They can be just cruiser torpedoes. So you always have to keep in mind out for that. And you do not have hydro, so you can't really tell that they're coming. You have to kind of predict them, which for some people may be harder than others, but you always have to keep that in mind. Put up the aircraft, see if we can spot any of these destroyers. Let's see, what are they? There's a Laffy, and a Lefantask. So all these are gunboats, so should be seen relatively quickly. And we just start making our way towards the game. Your detectability, I don't really focus on detectability and concealment very much. Most of the time, if there's a ship in range, I'm shooting at it. So the ship probably has a lot higher detectability than any other cruiser, but that's alright. I mean, it's a large cruiser. It's not a small one by any means. So let's see what we have. Vanguard, ooh, broadside in Cleveland. Now the shell arcs for this are kind of high, but they're just like American shells, so you can get used to it relatively quickly. And if the accuracy is good, you can easily citadel. Look, half that health on the Cleveland is already gone. And I'm already reloaded. 14 seconds. Now remember, my firing rate is a bit more. I have 3.5 rounds a minute. The base is 3 rounds per minute. So when you first get the ship, if you decide to purchase her, your rate of fire will not be as good as mine. But you can definitely work it to get it up there. Another Cleveland. Secondaries open up on the Laffy. And another Citadel, and half health on that Cleveland. Now I need to deal with this Laffy. I know I have armor piercing loaded, but I don't have anything else, and it'll be enough to take her out. My plane got shot down. Here we are. So I'm looking forward to that broadside on the Vanguard, because that'll have very nice damage that I can get. Now the Wichita, if I shoot the Wichita now, it'll just ricochet a bunch of my shells. So I'm waiting a little bit longer, and right here is when I shoot. No citadels because of the trolley armor, but still half health. And I'm just knocking down a few of the planes while I'm at it. Nothing big though. Sure, why not? Put in some more shells. Let's see if we can get that Cleveland down in secondaries. They're really squishy. 5 seconds. Let's see what we can do to this Vanguard. Upper belt. Boom. 9 overpins, unfortunately. But still a good chunk. Look on this Cleveland. Finish the Wichita. Now you can see I've been shot at quite a bit, but I haven't lost that much health. Let's pop a heal. Alright, let's see what we can do to this Vanguard now. 24,000 damage on a direct broadside. These guns are immensely powerful. The ship is literally like a mini battleship. If you have Iowa or even North Carolina, you would play her quite similar to her. She's just a bit faster and has a little bit less armor. But she has the exact same playstyle. Trying to get some more good damage. Bunch of overpins again. Shot too high. Okay. Now, I've used this ship to shoot Amagis, and if you get full broadside on Amagis and get enough citadels, you can one-shot them. So this thing has the possibility of one-shotting battleships, and that is an immense power. Alright, pretty quick game. Let's say we had 155,000 damage, 3 ships sunk, 93 shell hits, 4 aircraft shot down, 2 citadels, 1 fire, 64 secondary hits. Nothing spectacular, but still a good game nonetheless. You saw that giant salvo I had on the Vanguard, 24,000 K. You can replicate that with any other battleship that it comes across. Like I said, armor is kind of trolly. If you shoot a broadside or even under the turrets from an angle like this, you will citadel her and it will hurt. Like I said also, torpedoes are very dangerous, and though the ship is a cruiser, it doesn't maneuver like a cruiser very well. So if a destroyer does come into close contact with you and launches torps, there's not really a good chance that you'll be able to dodge many of them. And the torpedoes will hurt you. It has a pretty low torpedo resistance, only 14%. Good for a cruiser, but something of this size, it definitely does tell. All in all, do I recommend this ship? Absolutely. Like I said, it's one of my favorite ships in the game. You can tell by how much XP I have accumulated on her. That being said, the choice is up to you whether or not you buy her. And thank you for watching my video. Take care.